First of all, why did he become an artist?
Ok. Você perguntou o porquê que tornaste um artista. Porquê que se torna artista? Nunca ninguém torna artista. Eu acho que a arte é que escolhe-nos a nós. Nós não escolhemos a arte. To be African means that you hunt lions or like live in the jungle or like, you know, there's always these kind of like ridiculous things that you hear. 3 years ago, there was a missionary who came to Nairobi and she did a blog post, and her blog post was a disappointment that she came to Nairobi and she asked someone to take her to a supermarket, and she entered this mall and it felt like she was in London. She was so angry that Nairobi wasn't living up to what she wanted Nairobi to be, which is like really poor, dusty, underdeveloped place. Africanness has always been framed for us by someone else. Even aesthetically, you can't expect to be able to present a singular aesthetic and be like, this is African fashion. Because the content is so large and so diverse that it's just simply not possible, you know? The ritual acknowledges Africa's troubled and problematic past. I can be very superstitious, and there's a lot of superstitions that exist around the water. Because I'm never sure what good things happen in the water, especially in Africa. It was the last point that people saw their loved one. So they saw or heard of them being by the water, and they just kind of like went and never came back. If the diaspora was to come back, then how do we mark that return and allow for that connection emotionally and spiritually? There's all this work that I'd done to conceptualize this ritual. A história da África está muito ligada à colonização. Mas a desconstrução do pensamento que o colonialismo é que impede a África de desenvolver é errado. Cada vez mais a África apropria-se da sua identidade e esquece o colonialismo.
All of us grew up in a continent where being able to like make art a career or dedicate your life to it is considered a bit crazy. The people who I meet who are African artists tend to be kind of misfits in that sense. It's really one of the greatest pleasures when you're like, oh, I don't know if I should play the song, I don't know if people will get it. And then they do, and it sort of shows you that people are open and interested. And as DJs, you try not to be too scared. If I ran into a girl who saw my boiler room and thought it was cool and thought that maybe DJing was something that she could do, I think I'd feel like just the fact that this thought has occurred to her is like she's 50% better off than where I was. I started DJing at like 30, 29. of course, I'd meet so many like 16-year-old guys who are producers and DJs. And I wonder why it didn't occur to me when I was 16 that this was something that I could do. I think that African women, girls, we have a very limited idea of what we can be and what we can do. We don't have as much room to fail. So we feel like everything we put out has to be perfect immediately. That's not how you get good at anything. You have to try and fail and allow yourself to fail before you get better. So I guess what I would say to that girl is the world is open to her, and that even if she's scared, she should do it anyway.
Às vezes é preciso levantar de manhã e sentir coragem para continuar a ser artista. Aqui. Os obstáculos são inúmeros. Há muita gente que não sabe nem sequer o que é arte. Tem miúdos que terminaram o 12º ano. Dizer os pais que querem seguir uma carreira artística é quase que suicídio. O país é pobre, o investimento que é feito para a educação é visto como um investimento que tem que gerar lucros curto e médio prazo, não a longo prazo. Essas questões todas põem em trave, mas já começa a haver progressos. Uma das conversas antes era dificuldade. Hoje eles já dizem, quando eu for um artista, quando eu quero ser um grande artista, já existe uma esperança. Esse negativismo começa a desaparecer aos bocados. Quando tu tens um grupo de pessoas que sonha da mesma forma, a capacidade desse sonho tornar-se realidade é muito maior. Por isso já faz toda a diferença. Os meus trabalhos podem valer o que eles valem. Mas a coisa mais valiosa que o meu trabalho produziu é a escola.
Moi, je suis photographe, je fais des photos. C'est pas moi l'artiste, c'est le modèle qui est plus artiste. J'ai découvert que Sao Tomé, c'était la base arrière, là où on prenait les Noirs pour l'esclavage. Et qu'il y avait un rey Amador qui a lutté contre la traite négrière. Mais au fait, ce n'est pas la traite négrière, mais contre l'oppression. Alors c'est dans cette raison que je voulais faire hommage à cette personne et pour la liberté et contre l'oppression. Comme je venais avec les sapeurs aussi travaillent dans leur forme d'exprimer leur liberté. Pour devenir sapeur, c'est pas question de faire des exercices, mais c'est préparer un état d'esprit et vraiment être libre d'esprit pour savoir s'exprimer. Tout Congolais est un sapeur dans son inconscience. Mais le vrai sapeur, c'est là qui sont décidés de devenir. La vraie création, lorsqu'il y a une interaction avec les gens. ensemble, avec le public qui nous regarde, fait l'œuvre en soi. Le problème d'oppression n'est pas que congolais, n'est pas qu'africain. La pauvreté n'est pas que africain, n'est pas congolais. Donc tous on vit dans un même sphère et on doit créer l'équilibre par rapport au positionnement qu'on occupe dans cette sphère-là. C'est un peu ça le fond de mon travail.
A África vivia do mar e da terra, sem medo e sem guerra e sem tirania. Seus cabelos crespos o vento oferecia, livre, forte, bela. Nos rios lavava, nos rios cantava. Corria pelo oceano, corria, dançava com frutos maduros caídos dos ramos que por ela havia. E em África crescia como espigas de ouro a nossa origem.
Quite defiantly, Africans are defining what Africanness is. Once that confidence and esteem has grown and really taken root, what does that Africa look like?